1920s fashion was all about liberation, trying new things and having a whole lot of fun in the process. World War One had just come to an end, and this had a massive impact on women's style as it caused their style to loosen up, meaning corsets were coming off and skirts were getting shorter. Coco Chanel also brought trousers for women into the spotlight, making this a fashion trend for the very first time. Middle-class men still were wearing suits, ties and waistcoats, and then the wealthy often changed into a formal suit for dinner. Clothing changed with women's roles in society at the time. There was more freedom for women, and that meant there was more freedom and movement available in their clothing that they could wear instead of being restricted in corsets. However, the older generation did continue to wear conservative dresses. Yet open-minded younger women also started adding sportswear into the greatest fashion since post-fashion war. A massive impact on 50s fashion was the fact that the war had ended, which is similar to the 1920s. This meant lighter and happier music was produced. Rock and roll was one of the main types of music during the 50s, as it was hugely popular. Elvis became a style icon due to his music, which meant the iconic leather jacket became a massive trend throughout America and soon found its way over to England. The 50s saw a return to feminine styles, and this was because women went from doing typical men's jobs whilst they were in the war to becoming housekeepers, and this was where the glamorous 50s housewife was born. British designers began to start celebrating the female hourglass figure, and more silhouettes emerged with Dior using A-line styles and princess-style dresses. Menswear was typically influenced by icons and musicians. The Rat Pack-style suits were a very popular choice for men over 30. The Teddy Boy look emerged, which originated from the Greasers in America and took inspiration from Edwardian styles. They wore narrow-fitted suits, drain-pipe trousers and skinny ties, and finished the look off with classic duck-ass hairstyle. Fashion in the 1960s was a decade of change throughout the fashion industry. The shape of clothes began to change because of the new ideas coming from the local pop scene. Formal suits underwent a structural change and transformed into looser lines and shorter skirts. In Britain, people from the music scene at the time mainly got their inspiration from the mod look, which was all about geometric shapes and catching people's attention with bright colours. The mods strongly influenced the fashion in Britain and formed their own way of life by creating television shows and magazines that focused directly on their lifestyle. Men's suits became sleeker and were often accessorised with bright, bold colours, and high-heeled boots, standing out from the crowd, was in, and men did this by wearing flared trousers as it caught many people's attention. Designers soon realised that the trend was to stand out, so designers like Paco Rabanne created dresses from plastic discs and metal links which looked more like sculptures than clothing. Overall, I think that all three eras impacted fashion in their own unique way, by either changing the rules or bringing out fashion statements that are still on trend to this day.